Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. And how are you doing today? I am not too bad. Still recovering from my cold. But I will be glad to say that I've heard other people, there's so many people sick, but I don't want the puking sick. Like, you can keep that stuff. I'll take my cold any day. But I've come into a dilemma. You know, you have little kids and you can do sticker charts, you know, and all that thing, or, you know, put 50 cents or $1 on jobs on the fridge, and, you know, you get them to do it, or you give them allowance. We always did bank them on. So they have their little checkbook registers. But my last two, the one was too smart for it. The other one, he just doesn't care. You know, it's kind of like, nowadays everything's so digital. You can see your account right away. You don't have to balance it, but I still balance mine because I like to know, you know, just in case. But anyway, back to the sticker charts. You know, you can usually get them with rewards or stickers or something, a treasure box, you know, all the things teachers use. But I've discovered that when they hit a certain age, those things don't work. The only thing of leverage I have in my house to get my kids motivated is literally the Wi-Fi and the data on their phones. Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I have nothing else. There's no way for me to be like, you know, I mean, I could kick the one out. I could tell him to go get a job, but he does work on the farm a lot, so I don't want to, that would be like not positive for my husband. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like, what do you use for leverage with those older kids besides their phone? I mean, that's the biggest thing nowadays. But what do you use for leverage? I just need some ideas for, you know, positive motivation. So send me your ideas. We can swap. But anyway, today we are doing another soap, another fall soap, Falling for You soap. And we'll talk about that in the video. And 3 things: be kind, be forgiving, be you. And let's go check out the Cocoa Cashmere. You know, I looked up how to say that. Cashmere. 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 That's all the internet says. Now, when I was growing up, it was cashmere. So I don't know. Don't quote me. It's like soda pop and pancake and panclerk and all those things. Tomato, tomato. You get it, right? So anyway, this soap. I had big plans for this soap and I messed it up just a little bit. At least I'm honest, you guys. You're probably like rolling your eyes. Again, what'd you mess up this time? You know, I'm always messing something up because I'm always, I don't know, too much in a rush. Too much in a rush. I need to slow down. But anyway, as you can see, I forgot to put the kaolin clay in the soap before I added my lye water, and then I realized I had no kaolin clay in there. That wasn't the mistake. It wasn't. So this fragrance oil is from Nurture Handmade. It's cocoa butter cashmere, and very strong scent, very good scent retention. When I made it and they were sitting there behind me as I'm working, it was a little overpowering. I don't normally have that problem, but I have to say this one was very, very overpowering till it cured, and then it was fine. So weird, right? So I put a little bit of soap batter into my gold dust mica. Okay, the problem with this is right here. I wanted to leave the scent out of that. I wanted that little bit portion to be unscented. Why? Because this colors to a gorgeous, gorgeous dark brown. And I thought if I left that little bit unscented, I would have a lot of like gold, you know, running through it. And yeah, yay me, I messed that part up. Kind of like with the Rip Bear Float Bar this summer. Yeah, same thing. Maybe I should have dipped them in gold dust afterwards, but anyways, so anticipating the dark to go dark and forgetting that I had put the fragrance oil in the gold, literally did not remember it until I was doing the top. I'm not kidding. So, I did a zigzag back and forth pattern, and you can see the gold coming out, and it's I'm pouring on that one side, so you can see it kind of peek out a little bit. And it's so weird though to be like, this is going to discolor, but I know it says dark brown. It's going to be dark brown. And so not much I can do with that, And I've actually tried hot processing. I can't remember what fragrance oil it was, but it was, discolors to a dark brown, and even the hot process didn't help much in that aspect. It's still kind of discolored that little bit. But so for the top, I was just going to have the gold on one side, as you can see I'm doing, and then letting it set up a little thicker and hopefully flicking the top. And this is when I realized that all my gorgeous gold in there is not going to be exactly what I wanted, because I had put the fragrance oil in it, and I was so disappointed with myself because I thought it would be a very stellar, a bar, just very woohoo, gorgeous and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's still a cool bar. It discolors to a very beautiful, beautiful brown, which you'll see at the end because we have to cut it first. So this is just, a day or so later, and beautiful shiny bar. It's already starting to discolor, as you can see. And look at the inside. No discoloration whatsoever. We know how that works, right? It's actually kind of funny because my mom had a root beer float bar, and as my grandson would dig out the middle, it wasn't discolored. No, it was still white. So interesting enough, one of these days I'm going to do that, is just hack a bar in half and see, has it discolored totally throughout or is it not? So, yeah. See, you can see the gold in there, but it's still... yeah, it's got a lot more to discolor. It's amazing. But you can see the little bit of gold, now as you look at it. See? Yeah. But with school starting, we're, everybody's off to a running start. At least we have a few weeks under our belt. How is everybody doing in the motivation factor? How do you get your children to be motivated and to stay on task, Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on this bar. I wanted to show you the gold glitter throughout the bar. So pretty. Here are the fragrance notes for these Cocoa Cashmere bars. Here are the bars right when I cut them. And look at how gorgeous they are when they are totally cured. And they smell amazing. As always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. And I will see you next time. God bless.